we got to talk about that game. How you feeling, big boy?
Man, I'm good, man. Good, man. Started off, year 13. You know what I'm saying? So I'm blessed and thankful. So, man, it was a tough one, man. But we got out there with a dub. We got out there with a dub.
Y'all were in a dogfight, and that was one of the more entertaining games of this. I guess most of the fans would say entertainment. We defensive guys, so I was like, oh no, I know these boys looking at that tape like,
Right. So
yeah,
that jump was tough to look at, man. Because like, even though the world love to see offense score points and all, but as a defense, man, we don't want nobody want to see two teams score 30 points.
right,
No, you win
yeah,
championships like that. So we have a lot to clean up on the defensive side of the ball, man. Justice Field did a great job. I think the whole coaching staff on the Jet side did a great job of just controlling the clock, managing him, making it keep it medium, let him use his legs, and let him use his ability. And that's when our game plan was, is not let Justin use his athletic ability to make him be a passer, and because that makes him a better passer. So use his legs, extending plays, made some plays, key plays. So they did a good job of managing that game.
yeah. I mean, they were just. It seemed like they were intent on running the football. They only passed for 212, but they were intent on running the football. They ran it for 182 yards, and obviously Breece Hall is a great player, and it's the first game of the season. You always it's hard to prepare for a new quarterback on a new team and a new system and all that. Talk about the adjustments y'all made throughout the game. When y'all saw it, they were just basically going to try to hand it off and use the run game to dictate it.
Man, it was tough, man, because the fact that, not going into the game, we had a good idea of what they want to do because, they start this new trend, from that same tree from the guy from that Detroit, and that's now the head coach of in Chicago. So, it's a good thing that we see all three of them teams this year, so we'll get a better idea of it. But going into the game, we know what was, capable of doing, but we had an idea. We knew they wanted to run the ball. We knew there was a team that's very aggressive. Even in third and manageable downs in the red zone, we knew they'd go run the ball, just because of the fact that that was what they did in Detroit. So, but got to the sideline, man, it was tough. You know what I'm saying? Definitely as a corner, and boy, seeing 20 get a little full head of steam of just coming to that open C gap. You know what I'm saying? That's what they was hitting us up the whole game. Stretch open, stretch open, stretch open. And it went against a lot of stuff that we had thought was gonna happen. So coach did a great job of dialing up some ways to stop it at key moments, and we did that. And man, like I said, you don't want to have that 19 carries for like 100-some yards, and he was averaging about like 5 yards a carry. That's tough. That's manageable football for them. That's winning football for them. And on the defense side, biggest thing is not trying to have explosives in the run game, man. So they had a lot of too many 10-yard runs, too many of them. So, we had to slow them down the best we can. But, like I said, we came out there with a dub, and that's what we needed, boy, because that was a tough one, man. Tough
No,
battle.
no question. And y'all have such a veteran defense. You got so many great players. I can go down the line. TJ, Cam Heyward, McQueen, Queen. Um, how did you guys? How was the conversation in the locker room after? Because it's hard to win in this league. So regardless of how everything shake out, when you walk away with a victory, there's still joy. There's still a celebration. Tell me about how the locker room was after the game.
And the locker room was, it was good, and in the aspect of where, like I said, it's winning. A-Rod was there. We tried to do it for him. We got a lot of guys was on that Jet staff last year that's over here with us. Got a lot of players too as well. So we try to get the win for them, of course, and of course for ourselves. But coming in there, Cam broke us down. He gave a great shout out to the offense, man, because I have been watching Pittsburgh from afar. You know what I'm saying? Not to sit here and say they was not great offense, but last couple of years, but they haven't been putting up 31 open points in the thing. So to see 31 points go up on the Steelers board is a good blessing for us. And and what Steelers are known for is still a defense to be dominant. So we know on the defensive side that what Cam kind of like preach to us and say that's not the Steelers standard, and I believe that's truly what it is. So he acknowledged that. We all acknowledged that we know we got the dub, made the play that we need to make at the end of the game. But that's not our brand of football. So we got to go in there and clean a lot of stuff up because we got some guys in this division that can tote that thing. I saw one dude just not too long ago, but we'll get to that later. But
Yeah, we're gonna get to that. We're
yeah,
gonna get to that, boy.
yeah. So but that was the message to the whole defense. Cam said, because he's our leader, our forcer. He just basically said, "Hey, that's not our brand. Let's look ourselves in the mirror. Hey, don't be victim to the corrections." And Mike Tita said the same thing. He's the defensive minded head coach. He was on us very hard in meetings today. And everybody just took it to the chin because we knew we way better than that. We got a lot of talent on this defense, so we got to execute better than that.
And let's talk about the other side of the football. The offense, Aaron Rodgers, 4 touchdowns on the day, 34 points in the ball game. Was this your expectation coming in based off what you seen in training camp? We hadn't talked since before training camp. It's been, obviously Aaron Rodgers struggled a little bit last season, but over his history and over his career, he's been one of the best, if not the best quarterback in football for a number of years. Talk about his game and how confident you were each and every drive you saw your offense come on the field.
Oh man, it was great, man. Just obviously being around Aaron this whole training camp and how he prepared, like I see why he won so many MVPs. I see why he's been one of the best considered Hall of Famer, best one of the conversation of the GOAT conversation when it comes to the quarterback. I see why. You know what I'm saying? You can always see it from afar when you go against him, but seeing it in person is a different aspect of it. But my dude, man, he be slinging that thing, man. He was out there going crazy in practice, detailed in, locked in, understood what the mindset of the coach. I know he for a fact he wanted to go show the Jets that, that I don't was putting the words in his mouth, but he for sure felt the way about it because, like I say, he took a trip down here, and I guess they just meant to fly down here, and he meant to fly right back 10 seconds later. Something they could have told him over the phone, so he took that very personal. Cause a lot of people think he's an asshole, and he's a really chill guy and very humble dude. But yeah, man, he was dialed in. We expect him to score a lot of points, definitely with DK added to this roster as well, and guys that the tight ends can go. So he got every aspect of the game. We got a good run game going. Got some guys. So we expect them to put up a lot of points. So with them doing that yesterday. So we was like, hey man, we hold teams to 17 to 20 points. We got a great shot at being a great contender in this game. So we know we got to do our part on our end, and A-Rod is doing his on his end.
Well, you listen to the way his teammates talk about him, and they just rave about him. You hear Jalen Warren speak about him. He's talking about he's a coach on the field. He's his best friend. You see guys like Calvin Austin ball out the other day, multiple plays, hitting his tight ends in stride. So there's a lot of positive things being said about him. But he hadn't had a 4 touchdown game since 2021. So I think that's a positive sign, obviously, for your offense going forward, a confidence builder. Now you got another tough opponent. You got the Seattle Seahawks coming in with a revamped offense. Their defense is playing well. What have you seen from them coming in this week?
I watched them a little bit this morning, as I was just preparing, just getting myself ready. Of course, I watched the film replay last night, but I watched them just to get them going. They doing their thing over there, man. They got a same kind of pattern run game. Got guys that's very versatile. You know what I'm saying? Usually Seattle, they kind of building Seattle what it used to be. Cause my days of playing Seattle, I never seen a guy y'all had that just was a top take off the defense besides DK. Now they got guys that's over there, control guys that can run routes. All of them can play the slot, so they very versatile. Got Cooper Kupp over there that's very veteran. Teach the young guy how to, operate in the slot and everything. I just saw that he had an amazing game, the young kid. So it's gonna be a challenge, definitely for our secondary. You know what I'm saying? We gotta play ball, make sure we got eyes and keys on them guys, because I know one thing about Coop is that he can find soft spots in the zone. So I'm just looking forward to Sam playing great. You know what I'm saying? Like he controlled the game, he controlled the clock, so we gotta just make sure we make them guys play behind the sticks and continue to keep fighting.
It's just crazy what's going on in this game right now with kickers. I mean, I never thought I'd get we would get to a point where we got kickers kicking from the logo for the game in the National Football League. I saw you guys line up, Chris Boswell line up for that 60-yard field goal. I said, okay, we had a different time. And then for him to split the uprights down the middle
Hey,
on the road, I know y'all were juiced.
man, look, I've been sitting on the sideline, right? It was crazy because it's the offense out there, defense. I'm getting up trying to see it. A lot of the defense guys didn't get up. They be like, "Oh, he gonna make that. We good." Like he good, which I mean, I would believe in him too. But it's a 60. You know what I'm
It's
saying?
a
This is not
60.
normal. You know what I'm saying? So the guy was like, "Oh yeah, we know you're gonna make it. Da, 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 that's cool. Hey y'all, hey, we gotta get ready for defense and make sure we get our 2 minute stuff going." Like I'm trying to watch the kick. Them like, hey, nah, we got 2 minutes to work on. Let's talk about this. So I'm like, oh, y'all got this much confidence. Then, Mike T is Mike T. He go to tell them, our kicker is a serial killer. I'm like, I see what you're saying. Like he
Right,
kicking 60 with a lot of leg left. So I'm
right.
like,
For the game.
yeah, I'm gonna go sit my behind down too next time he kick it.
Right, right. Just get ready to do our job.
Yeah, yeah, we gotta do ready to do our job because yeah, he kick it. And then I know the whole time while we was in camp, he's trying to get him a deal done and everything. I think that's worth the deal worthy right there.
Yeah.
Kicking 60 yarders now.
Yeah. Kicking
But
60 yards for the game. You pay him what he worth.
come on now. He putting points on that board. I'm talking about with ease, with all the confidence in the world. Everybody in that doggone sideline, even in the stadium, felt that he was gonna make that.
It seemed like there was a little bit of jawing going on in that game, and I know Jalen, you usually try to stay out of the nonsense, but Jalen usually right in the mix of all the nonsense, and he was getting at people and getting back, and then for him to have the play on Gary Wilson to end the game, I said, "Oh, y'all not gonna be able to tell that man nothing this week, boy."
Hey, I'm talking about nothing. Like with me playing with Jay now, well, I call him Jay. With Ramsey right now, man, it's like I understand how he get himself going. I understand why he's so competitive. I understand why people be like, "Hey, man, you gotta bring your A game when you line up in front of Ramsey," because like he's manipulating you in the mind, and he's playing as just as physical as any DB possible that's on that field right now. So yeah, man, he had a lot of going on out there, man. He get a lot of stuff going, so I gotta get my chin strap ready, you know what I'm saying? Because I ain't gonna let my teammate get jumped on or whatever like that. So, hey, whatever he up for, we all up for it, man. But my boy out there is letting you have it. He don't care if he hit you hard, you break a pass up, he gonna let you hear it. And if I break a pass up, he come to let you hear it. You know what I'm saying? We over there, he be over there chilling. I done hit a dude. Yeah, hit his ass, Slay. He's soft. I said, okay, golly, don't get me rammed up, Jay. Like, he
Right,
get
right,
hurt.
right.
You know what I'm saying? I was trying to get ready to get my energy back. I said, but that's how you get this up going, man. I love it, man. He bring another kind of level to the defense, man. Honestly, I don't know how the Steeler program is, but he look like this. What he's a born Steeler. No offense to whoever he played at, but it look like he belong in this organization, man. Because this organization always been ran by defense, and he's a guy that's trying to enforce his defensive will on a lot of guys.
Yeah, that play was iconic. I mean, and it seemed like a total Pittsburgh Steelers way to end that kind of ball game. Like it's been a dogfight back and forth, and he seals it with not a pick, not a PBU, but a big
Yeah.
hit, dislodge the ball from their number one receiver and ball game. I
Yeah.
thought, I mean, that was clean.
It was a clean man. You are if I say he's a complete corner, that a guy that can cover, and what people don't know is that he played all three positions that yesterday, from safety to corner to nickel. All three of them, man. It's not too much done, but Charles done did that before. So he went from the safety position starting the game off, then he goes to the nickel, then Joey goes down, starts at corner, then he goes to Bates in the safety spot. Like he just that versatile, man. He's a gifted athlete, man. That's taking a lot of toll on the brain, but to play that fast and execute that hard, like you got to commend him and give him some respect because that's tough to do. They know not to ask Slay to do all that. Slay only got some corner and a little bit of nickel for you. And that nickel better be me in man coverage and some curl flat. Cause
Right,
boy,
right, right, right. Boy got
yeah,
a zone drop. Let me get to the spot, flip my
yeah,
hips.
yep, that's it. That's all I got for you, boy. Cause you try to tell me this and that and this.
Tell me, oh, you got A gap and
Yeah,
guard
yeah,
pull and next
yeah.
available.
Yeah, nah, I'm good on that. Jay know all that. Jay know the gap responsibilities, everything. So I'm like, yeah, I leave that to y'all boys. You know what I'm
Right, right,
saying?
right, 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 right. Hey, you got a very particular set of skills. That's what we're gonna
Yeah,
use you for, baby.
yeah, yeah, not me.